It's been a long weekend. It's been a long week for me personally. I have double uploaded. I have done 2 4-hour live streams. And now that the draft is over, I wanted to give you guys a little treat this Sunday. So for those of you who were not able to make the live stream or were not able to catch all 8 hours total of those live streams, I decided to put together a little highlight package of that live stream experience. Also, I just want to thank everybody who came. I think we had 2,000 people. We peaked at 2,000 on day 1, and we almost got 2,000 again on day 2. Thank you guys for that support, man. And don't worry, these live streams, I'm going to keep them coming. Again, if you like what you see in these highlights, make sure you don't miss the next live stream that I do. So again, guys, to subscribe, be notified. Now, without further ado, let's jump into these highlights. All right, let's go. Team Chase. Team Chase. Keep the buffet open. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's make sure they pick them. They got a WWE stage up there for this year's draft, huh? Look at that Bengal fan in there. Man, looks ridiculous. Hey, bro, you got that timed up with the actual draft, John. Bengals drafting Joe Burrow's knee scar. Let's go. Team Chase. Keep the buffet open. Hey, Miles going to be chasing that Joe Burrow up and down the field still, baby. Let's get it. Oh, they going to have a second round tackle trying to do something with Miles. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Please get Sam Cosmi and say that's the solution. Oh, man. They went Jamar Chase. Somebody got to draft him. Well, not Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase might be good. I don't know. He's the one wide receiver. Of Devonta Smith and him. I'm less sure about him than I am of Devonta Smith. I'd be worried if it was Devonta Smith. Well, no. The way they flip this is that because people are saying they don't care about Joe Burrow. That's why they're doing this, right? But the way they're going to flip this is we got to give him as many targets. It's just they already got T. Higgins. They already got Tyler Boyd, who's gone probably after next year, right? Like, they're not keeping Tyler Boyd, or they go Jamar Chase. And now they got Jamar Chase. Who knows if he's going to be better than Tyler Boyd? Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, but guys, they got the college teammates together. And that's all that matters. They're going to have that chemistry from college, even though they're running a completely different offense. They played college together. Shout out to Splack, another $5 super chat. Shout out to the Bungles for bungling it up again. LMAO, remember when they used the Katy Perry song as an anthem? Don't remember that, but that sounds hilarious. Spencer says Browns should draft Jamie Newman. He'd be fire backup. Who's Jamie Newman? Is that a quarterback? Y'all want to check in on Ace Boogie right now? Let me see what Ace Boogie streamed. Hold on. He just called me. Hold on. Ace.
Bro.
What's up? Can y'all hear Ace on the stream?
Yeah, I can hear Quincy.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
So how you feeling, man?
I mean, I knew it was coming, bro. Like, honestly, I talked to some people before, and they told me that it was going to be Chase. So I knew that it was coming. I just hope that, like, if they take Chase, we got 3 young good receivers, but we got to get some offensive linemen. Like, we have to get linemen in this draft. If they're going to jump out like this, I'm cool with it, but you got to get the right lineman, bro. Like, you got to, like, I'd even be aggressive, me personally, and try to trade back into the first round and get Vera Tucker or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But second round, they got to go offensive line. Like, they got to do something. Like, now, the only other thing is Trey Turner is still out there. And if they already know, like, there's a possibility that they're going to sign Trey Turner too, then maybe that's what it is. But you still got to go offensive line in the second round. But I think at the end of the day, this is what Joe Burrow wanted, and you got to get Joe Burrow what.
Oh, man. I wonder how Devonta Smith feels about this reunion. Y'all, because let's not forget, right? They're talking about this being a reunion. between two Alabama players and everything. But remember, man, when Justin, well, not Justin, when what's his name? I can't believe I'm blanking on it. But when he got kicked out, well, not kicked out, when he got benched at Alabama, the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, the report was the wide receiver room was ecstatic about that decision, right? And Devonta Smith was wide receiver room at that time. How's he feel like about this reunion? That's all I'm asking, right? This has to be awkward because people forget about that one, right? He was a part of that wide receiver room that was like, nah, man, I can't be bought. It was like Calvin Ridley was on that team too. No, Calvin Ridley was on. There was another Ridley brother on, I think, on Alabama, but there's Calvin Ridley was on Georgia, but they had all them wide receivers at Alabama, and all those wide receivers were like, yo, we cannot shine because Jalen Hurts is the quarterback, and when Tua was out there, we can shine a little bit more. And now he got Jalen Hurts back. I wonder how he feels about this reunion. That's what I gotta ask. While we wait for that intrigue, I'm about to check out this steak right here. Well, they seal this stuff up nice now. Okay. Give you all these utensils. All right, man. I got the potato. Hey, why people just boo Roger Goodell no matter what? He can come up there and be like, yo, we got a cure for cancer. People be like, boo. Micah Parsons, man. This is too early for Micah Parsons. Boy, hey, if Micah Parsons goes here at 12 to Dallas, go to Voch Lombardi stream for a minute, because you know man's going to be hot. I think it's going to be Rashawn Slater going here at 12. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I gotta check Twitter. Oh, go to Voch Lombardi Twitter. No! What? They did what? Oh man. Wow. Oh, Booger likes to pick. That's how you know it's not good. Rousseau is not high risk, high reward. Who is saying that? Where is the reward? What is the reward? Like Jason Owa, as much as I don't like Jason Owa, he's high risk, high reward because he has all that twitch, all that ability. He just don't know how to play football. There's a high risk, high reward thing going on there, right? Well, Gregory Rousseau, his issue isn't that he's not like, well, he doesn't have great technique, but, you know, his issue isn't that he's a raw athlete. Part of his issue is that he's not a good enough athlete to be as big as he is at the position he plays. You know what I mean? Like that's the issue with Rousseau. So when people go, oh, he has so much potential. No, he doesn't. He's high risk and like a medium floor, a medium ceiling. Like at best, you get Armonte Bryant out of him, right? Like you remember Armonte Bryant? He was a good player. Well, not Desmond Bryant. My bad. Not Armonte Bryant. Desmond Bryant. Well, no, Armonte Bryant. Yeah, Armonte Bryant. At best, he's Armonte Bryant. And even then, Armonte Bryant was more athletic. Armonte Bryant just had a ton of off-the-field issues, right? I just don't see it there. Like, I don't know what to do with a dude like Rousseau who has so much notoriety coming out of college. I just don't think it's going to work in the NFL. Now, I could be wrong. All of my coverage could age like milk. But if you're asking me about high risk, high reward, like I don't know how you categorize him. Is that what is the reward with Gregory Rousseau? What do you think he can be? Because if you think he's Calais Campbell, he don't got ball get off like Calais Campbell. You know what I mean? Tony's got to be conflicted because Tony loves Najee Harris, but he hates running backs in the first round. Hey, Najee's a great athlete. My biggest concern is that we've been hearing about Najee Harris as this elite running back prospect since he was in his senior year of high school, right? And his first 2 years at Alabama, however you want to chop him up and look at it, were underwhelming. So since that's the case, since he was so underwhelming those first 2 years at Alabama, and then he finally got good his last year at Alabama, where you would say the competition level of the other teams probably at the lowest that it's been because of all the opt-outs, all the COVID stuff that was going on during last college football season. And that's when he chose to finally have his breakout, might be a little concerning. Or you could say, hey, look, it took him 3 years to mature, develop in that system. And now that he was finally ready, he was able to dominate, because he did dominate. He was a really good running back in that system. And Alabama has a history, Trent Richardson aside, of producing good running backs. Now, this is a shock to see Pittsburgh go running back in the first round. But, man, you're starting Benny Snell and Kalen Ballage, so you were pretty bad in that area. Now, that's going to be interesting. I still think their offensive line is a mess, but this is somebody who could do both, route running and running the football. So we'll see what happens with Najee Harris. I think he's a little bit boom or bust. I don't know if he's going to be boom, but we'll see. We will see with that one. I felt like they should have went tackle there. But now we're at Jacksonville. We'll see if Jacksonville goes tackle. Okay. All right. It ain't Rousseau. Woo. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. JOK might go to Baltimore, though. Let's just hope they don't do that. Let's hope he go to New Orleans. All right, that makes sense. I was worried he wasn't going to make it there to 26 with how these DBs were flying off the board. But this makes sense. You need to do something with DB2. Greedy's going to fight in there. This makes sense. He's somebody who I think is going to be a better pro than he was in college, and he was a pretty good college player. I like Gregory. Yeah. So Gregory Newsome, in my opinion, is an ideal second defensive back. He got a live draft party too. They got like 5 different people recording different documentaries there. I think he's a perfect fit there next to Denzel. If he struggles a little bit early on, you got Troy Hill you could slide over and let him do a little bit less, let him play a little bit more man. But he's somebody I think is going to be a really good man corner. Somebody who has experience and the instincts and awareness in zone to be able to thrive there, where the Browns going to ask him to play a lot. And he's athletic. He's long. He's got to stay a little more healthy than he did at Northwestern, but he's not like Caleb Farley where he got like a back injury or anything like that. So Greg Newsome, that's a solid pick. And with the rate that DBs were flying off the board, you didn't have confidence that there would be somebody in the second round. With defensive end, Peyton Turner might be there. Aziz ain't going to be there, but Aziz probably going to go here to Baltimore. And that would be pretty good for them. But this is one of my guys I was talking about in my packet. I had my 2 packets of players. He was in my packet at 26. If the Browns stay at 26, Aziz, Kwity Paye, or Gregory Newsome would be the guys that I would like at 26. They went here. I thought that there was always this opportunity where JOK would be there at 26, and you would have to make a decision, right? Do you go with what is a more not pressing need, but a position of significance over a position where you don't really place much value in organizationally at linebacker, and you felt like you've already addressed with Anthony Walker? That was always going to be the question mark with that, and they decided to go the other way. Now, JOK, I don't know why he's falling this hard, to be honest with you. I feel like his fall stops at New Orleans at the very least, maybe even at Buffalo. But I think he's going to be a really good player. I just always question whether the Browns valued what he brings to the field enough to take him in the first round, take a linebacker in the first round, when they have not really been about that paying linebacker thing. So that's always going to be there. But the Ravens pick is in, so we can expect to hear that pretty soon. But yeah, I'm fine with this pick. This is a good pick, right? It's not Rousseau. Rousseau was a bad pick, right? This is a good pick, right? Gregory Newsome, position of significance. I felt like he was the second best corner in the draft. Oh, not second best, third best, next to Surtain and J.C. Horn, the guys who went into the top 10. I felt like this is the best guy you could get outside of that. And I felt like this was a pretty strong DB class, and I don't really think there's that much difference between a guy like Gregory Newsome and a guy like Patrick Surtain. I think there's a little bit of there's a larger difference between him and J.C. Horn, but between him and Surtain, I felt like there was a lot similar there, and I felt like these two players were both kind of equally as good. Especially Greg Newsome, I feel like if you play him more in man, he'll be much better. So I'm happy with that pick. Okay. Okay, now see, look, Hollywood's like in a more kind of reserve role. You got Sammy Watkins, you got Rashad Bateman. Now they actually got a decent wide receiving room in Baltimore, right? You're probably going to want Sammy at the X, put Rashad at the Y, and rotate Sammy with Hollywood at the X, and then have they want Duvernay at the Z. You can do that. You can do that. You can live on that. And who knows? Jeremiah might just fall to the second round. He's dropping like a fly. I've not seen anything like this. I don't know why he's falling. There's no reason why he should be falling. I feel like he has to be gone for the Saints, right? Like the Saints have to take him. They actually did it. Oh, they took Russo. They took Russo. Oh, thank you, Buffalo. Hey, they messed up. Now, if the Browns go JOK here, as a Steeler fan, are you going to be excited about this?
Am I going to be excited about it? Well, I'll say this. If that was the pick, it would make the Steelers pick a lot easier because right now it is Creed Humphrey, versus the field. If JOK was still there when the Steelers were on the board, then I think, there's a real discussion I think that has to be had in Pittsburgh about, okay, look, we need a center, but my goodness, if you had JOK alongside Devin Bush, you get him for free in the second round. This could be a great defense for 10 years.
Oh, with the Steelers?
Yeah. But I think he goes to the Browns. If this is the Browns pick, it's a great pick for the Browns because it adds that second level guy that they thought they were going to get yesterday.
Yeah. Treason Brown with a $2 super chat dog check. We'll see what they do here. They got the Macho Fan with the fake Intercontinental Championship just hamming it up, baby. I hope he's not announcing this pick because this is going to take forever. They just bring Miles up. They're just trying to whip the crowd into a frenzy. Bring Myles Garrett up. Or Jarvis Landry. There's nobody Cleveland fans love more than those two.
All right, Quincy, I'm going to let you go. Enjoy the pick. We'll talk later tonight.
Definitely, man.
All right.
All right, let's see what the pick is. Do they get Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah? Is this it? Is his slide over? Do the Browns get two of my packet guys? Do they get two of them in this draft? Don't hurt me. Do not hurt me. Let's go. If it's Osai, I'm going to break something. Not that I don't like Osai. It's just, come on, man. I'm going to break something. I want Koramoah. Let's get Koramoah. That man a coach? Oh, that man's a coach. All right, come on, man. They got Phil Dunphy. Come on. Come on, Marty Givens. All right, man. I appreciate you, but JOK is on the board. JOK is on the board right now. Son. I'm not looking at chat. I know chat's done spoiled this one. I'm not looking at chat. That dude's my age. He's a football coach? Let's go. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, they got two. Andrew Berry watches this channel. I swear to God he does. Let's go. Double packet, baby. That was in my first packet. Let's go. If you would have told me the Browns would have got Greg Newsome and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in the draft without having to really do that much and only giving up a third round pick, come on. They done talked themselves out of this one. That's what I like to see. Let's go. Andrew Berry is the second round master. He always gets a first round pick in the second round. Always. $20 super chat from my guy Max, who says JOK now. That's a guy you move up for, son. Let's go, man. Let's go. Look at the athleticism. Look at the willingness to just run at that guard and then take down Najee Harris, which he's going to do a lot. The ball skills, the coverage skills, the versatility that this gives the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to wax poetically about how good of a pick this was. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is going to help you in the run game. He's going to help you against the pass. He's going to help you blitz. He's going to help everything. This is somebody you hope to be the green dot for your defense for the next 10 years to hold it down. You talk about Darius Leonard. You talk about Luke Kuechly. You talk about the athletic beasts that have been able to change the game. This is who he is, man. JOK is who everybody thought Patrick Queen was last year. This is the guy. This is good. He is very good. You want to put him at strong safety? You can put him at strong safety for a play. And look at all the versatile, very smart guys on this defense now. Ronnie Harrison, check. Grant Delpit, check. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, check. You got Greg Newsome and Denzel Ward holding down the edges. Andrew Berry has done everything to build this defense since the day they got ran out the building by the Chiefs. And by the way, now for a team that had no options other than Andrew Sadejo to throw at the tight end, look at all the options they got for tight end now. They got dudes off the bench. Ronnie, you got Grant, you got JOK, you got Malcolm Smith. You're going to be all right against them tight ends. We're going to be all right against some tight ends. $2 super chat. Let's get it, dog check. Let's go. That's a first round pick in the second round. That's Kobe, and he did it again. For 3 years in a row, too. You got to give Dorsey his credit. He got Greedy, who was a first round grade. You know, we'll see if he works out. Then last year, they got Grant. And now this year, they got Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Let's go. That is a great pick for the Cleveland Browns. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and Gregory Newsome. The Browns did not have 2 first-round picks this year. They did it in the first. They did it in the second. They were patient, and they only gave up a third-round pick in the round they had 2 to get it. Man. Yeah, I got to tweet real quick. I got to tweet, y'all.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Anthony Schwartz, wide receiver out of Auburn.
Don't know much about him. I'll have to look him up. By the way, where does Myles Garrett be finding these suits? He looks skinny, so at least he's fast. I think he's fast, right? Or so they need another X receiver. But before we talk about the pick and all the important stuff, he ran a 4.25 40? Is that real? Wait, did he run a 4.25? That's not real. He did not run no 4.25. 4.25. All right. So, yeah, they needed another X receiver. This is exactly what they went with Anthony Schwartz. So that makes sense there. Let's talk about Myles Garrett's suit, though. Where does he find these big old 3-piece suits that just fit him like that? His suit fit like a comic book suit. You know how the comic book suits be all like tight. You can see every vein. That's how Myles' suits fit. I don't know where he goes, but I don't think it's Men's Warehouse. Anthony Schwartz, though, runs a 4.25. Is that real? All right, I got to look him up. He's a burner. This is what they needed. So my first impression of the Anthony Schwartz pick, I don't know much about Anthony Schwartz. He's not of the group of players that I have evaluated. So I'm not going to speak with any knowledge on what he does based on his film. I don't know what he does based on his film. But based on the traits that they showed there, right, the 4.25 40, that's exactly what the Browns needed. Last year, you guys remember I was doing a ton of videos. They needed to sign Bashad Perriman or trade for John Ross because I felt like they needed a burner out there if Odell can't be out there. And I feel like the X wide receiver position, which is usually associated with the number one wide receiver position, but it's a different position than the Z and the Y. I felt like they didn't have another X wide receiver other than Odell on the roster. Like, sure, Jarvis can get away with that, but he can't run the same route tree or at least be the same deep threat that Odell can. Anthony Schwartz, he has the speed to do it and the traits to do it. Also, he's a guy who's going to be dangerous on end around and gadget plays. I mean, this makes a ton of sense, right? You look at the Browns offense, you look at some of the things they needed, and you can see where all of these picks line up. So first impression of this pick based on the traits, I like the traits. I like the things that you see out of him. He seems like the kind of X wide receiver and the kind of gadget guy that's going to be useful for the Browns, especially if you don't want to have Odell running those gadget plays anymore because you just want to make sure he can stay healthy throughout the season. And now this wide receiving room, it makes sense, right? You got Rashard at the slot, you got Jarvis at the Z, Odell at the X, and then you got Anthony to do gadgets. And then, you know, if you need Odell to slide over into the slot, you could put Anthony back at the X so you can have somebody who's a deep threat. I'm fine with that. That's okay. Wide receiver in the third round, that's fine. He's a little small. He's a little slight. So is JoJo Natson. So that should be fine there. But Anthony Schwartz, that's the pick for the Browns at 91. I'm not upset with it.